It's AaroniMoses. Just making this video because my camera messed up yesterday and I was going to make another point on depression. Now, somebody told me that when I told them I was feeling a little down, I was feeling depressed, he told me that if I was really focused on getting out of my situation, that I wouldn't have time to be depressed. And I just want to address this because I heard this before. You're depressed because, you're not on your money. You're not realizing that you're really struggling and this and this. Well, a lot of people say the most happy people are people who live in third world situations and shit like that. I don't live in a third world country. I don't have to deal with, the everyday struggles of going to find water and hunting and gathering and things like that. Digging through people's trash and shit like that. But my response to that is, it's not that you have enough time to be depressed. It's that you're depressing your time. You're making your time depressing. Because when all that shit's said and done, when you sit down, you don't know how to relax. People who do live that type of lifestyle, and I'm not even saying people in third world countries, I'm saying people that are drug dealers, people that are street on the block and shit like that, or people who just, they have hella bills, and they work fucking 16 hours a fucking day, 2 jobs, 8 hours each. You might think that you're spending all your time wisely by only thinking about money, but at the end of the day, if you're depressed, you're gonna be depressed. When it stops, when it's over, when you have time to think about this shit, you have to sit down eventually. You have to sleep eventually. You have to relax eventually. You're just pressing it down, and it's just becoming a bigger and more powerful time bomb. And the person who told me this shit, he was living a depressed lifestyle. It doesn't matter if you recognize that you're depressed or that you really give it time and energy. And like I say, you give it thought, you give it power. If you don't think about it, that doesn't mean it's gonna go away. You know what I mean? So if you work those 16 hours, you work 2 jobs, and you only get 1 day off, and you're spending your time smoking loud, drinking, doing things that are still counterproductive, you working all day and worrying about money and trying to ignore the depression, is not gonna make you not depressed. It's just gonna make you put it off. What if you get hurt? What if you get fired from both of your jobs, like I did, in 2 weeks? That shit's gonna come out. There's certain things that you just can't ignore until it goes away. That's a childish thing to do. I mean, I gave you the tip of getting bored of being depressed. That's not the same, as filling your time with other things. And this person who said this was he's still a fucking crackhead. He's still a crackhead because he still smoked crack. He was still depressing his energy after all his fucking work was done. He was filling his house with material things that he didn't fucking need, all kind of couches, and he literally turned his living room into a museum. So he was, number one, a hoarder, bought hella bottles, spent time with people who didn't really want to be around him like that, smoked weed, smoked crack, used crack cocaine, and didn't always have fucking money for what he needed. Ate unhealthily, didn't exercise. So this is a person that I obviously shouldn't have been taking advice from at the end of the day. Because a lot of people, they don't know the symptoms of depression, number one. And just because you're happy consistently does not mean that you're not depressed. You can, if you live a depressed lifestyle, you are depressed. If you live a rich lifestyle, you're rich. If you're happy, but you depress all your energy down in a lower vibrational fucking way, you're depressed. You know? It doesn't, it's only certain things, it's only a limited amount of things where you can live a certain lifestyle and not be that. So what I'm saying is, like I said, if you don't want to be depressed, don't live, don't act depressed, don't tell yourself you're depressed, but you just not giving yourself the time to be depressed, in my opinion, I don't find that works. I don't find that makes sense in theory. It sounds good if you want to sound like an OG and fucking act like you're talking about some pimping shit. But somebody else told me the people who don't have money are the people who are always thinking about money. I just watched this video by Infinite Waters. I told you guys I didn't. I did not tell you to set goals. But what this dude said was to not set goals, to set themes. That's what I was telling you. That was the theme of my video. So for the people who say the only people who are depressed are the people who have time to be depressed, if you were out there on the grind, if you really lived in scarcity and you were really worrying about surviving, if you were in survival mode, then you would not be depressed. Survival mode is depression. The only thing you can think about is lower vibrational shit. That's literally the lowest, that's the lowest chakra in the spiritual system, in the spiritual chakra system. Material, survival, motivation to live. That's the lowest you can go. So, I'm not saying the people in third world countries who are only, actually I am. If that's how you're living, and you don't know how to properly balance that with an extensive knowledge of relaxation, knowing how to relax and knowing how to spend your downtime being happy and not fucking depressing your energy, if you can counteract your survival lifestyle with high vibrational relaxation, high vibrational celebration, then you can counteract depression. The living a depressed lifestyle, at least. But that's it. I'm here smoking on my boat that I bought with my casino money. And, you know, I have my priorities a little jacked up. I'm looking at this house that we're going to move into in about 2 to 3 months, but there's slim pickings on these houses. A lot of them need work. But yeah, I bought this on a payment plan. Another thing, it's kind of unrelated, but if you want to live a good lifestyle, if you want to network, like I said, your net worth is in your network. You need to know how to sign contracts, and I'm not just saying a legal contract, but social contracts and things like that. But that's some other shit. But yeah, this is my boat. I bought this fucking payment plan, couple $100 a month. Found it on Craigslist. The dude wanted somebody to come get it. I literally just got this like 2 weeks ago. My girl knows a little bit about boats. Her dad knows about boats. So we're gonna get her hooked up. I bought 2 of these bikes too, actually. Cause you know a nigga don't got his license. Actually, I'm gonna just get off it so I can Show the whole thing. Ugh. Yeah, he just wanted a little $500 down payment. That's the whip I bought. $500 down payment, and I pay him $300 a month because I'm looking at this crib right now. But yeah, we live by a big ass lake out here, and you know I'm gonna fix it up, flip it, and then get another one. It's like 3 lakes around here. Good fishing, real good fishing out here. Yeah, but that's it, bro. It's AaroniMoses. Peace.